Good morning, everyone. Go ahead and get started this morning. We must be getting close to the end of the year because our events are getting fewer as we have these meetings together. Just a reminder, this is just an administrative function. We don't make any decisions here today, but it's a great opportunity for event organizers, city staff, and all the organizations and agencies that sign off on special events to make sure that we can ask and answer all the questions that we have. We will go around the table and do introductions. I will call on our online folks last, but then call on them. I think it's just Cameo today at their normally appointed place. Ed, do you want to start? It's nice to have you here today.
I will, thank you. It's weird to take Tanya's place, but Ed Graves, Public Works.
Conrad McDaniel, Republic Services.
Vince Vergara, City of Boise Parking. Islam Mursalov, MV of Boise.
Louis Ashbrook, Operations Manager, MV of Boise.
Alex Sturfy, Risk and Safety.
Abby Berg, Downtown Boise Association.
Joey Eccles, Boise Parks and Rec.
Heather Zeitlin, Community Accessibility.
Jesse Tappert, Boise Fire Prevention.
Cameron Colas, Boise Police Department.
Matt Konvalinka, Boise Police. Steve Walker, State of Idaho.
Rachel Holford, Emergency Preparedness.
Kelly Frank, Office of Community Engagement.
Bob Piazza, this year's chair of the parade and also the head of the complaint department.
Jay Online Operations.
Cameo.
Cameo Rogers, Zeta County Paramedics.
Here whatsoever. No, I'm a security officer for the parade.
Yeah, and not here yet is my successor, hopefully for next year. And when and if he arrives, if we could have the opportunity to introduce him.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, have him join you when he arrives.
Thank you.
All right. First up, Veterans Day Parade.
That's us.
Welcome back, you guys.
Thank you. This year's parade will be on November 8th. Same route as we had last year. The parade will start at 8th. What's the name of that street?
Bannock?
No, the other.
Jefferson.
Jefferson. We have right now about 60 entrants, but we have another month to go. We'll probably be over 100 this year. Last year we had 150, which was a bit much. Parade went an hour and a half. It was a great parade, and the skies opened with the sunshine for us at 8 o'clock, and then they closed again at noon. So it was kind of perfect. This year we'll see. I don't know. We won't have any heavy equipment from the Guard this year. They're phasing out a lot of their heavy equipment, so they just didn't want to bring it. So that's fine. Save the streets. With that, I'll turn it over to Jay.
Great. So most of you have seen this presentation that I know of the last 10 times. So a lot of this is going to look familiar. You've added some things in the communication plan, the medical plan and security plan, and we'll address those. And if there are any particular security questions, Kurt will address those personally. One of the first important things is the schedule. Starting Friday at 3 o'clock through 10 o'clock, all our support materials arrive from the golf carts and everything. And about 10 o'clock, our security guy will show up the parade around to patrol around the Boise Plaza, where all our things will be set up, some that night and some the next morning. At about 3 o'clock, KTVV and their staff show up. About 6 o'clock, our volunteers start showing up. 7 o'clock, we start the traffic control takes effect. About 8 o'clock, the Capitol Steps setup begins. 9 o'clock, there'll be a ceremony for the raising of the 50-foot flag at 8th and Jefferson by Idaho Power and the Boise Fire Department. 9:30, the last of the units should be arrived into the staging area. At 9:45, the warning bell rings 3 times for a 15-minute warning before the start, then 2 times at 5 minutes and one more time, 1 minute before the parade starts or before the opening ceremony starts. Opening ceremony is at 10 o'clock with KTVB, and that opening ceremony should last about 25 minutes. Then the flyover at 12 o'clock, flyover about 10:25, and the parade's over by 12 o'clock. Our parade services include all the things that we were required to provide by the city. I don't know if you guys can read that or not. I barely can. I can't actually. But on this illustration is the location of Boise Plaza and the distribution of toilets, bathroom facilities in the Capitol are available to us, I understand. The trash cans that we set out around the parade route, recycling cans, first aid station, where we'll get into more detail on that when we get to Boise Plaza. And this drawing, and there's a blow up of this that we can look at later. This slide depicts all the things that we have at Boise Plaza, which is the parade headquarters again this year. And we're very grateful to them for that. The event footprint is the typical route that the city has provided for us. Down Jefferson and back up Bannock. We're using AWP this year for our barriers, and we will have that traffic control plan hopefully today. We had some issues with them not including the traffic control plan in the original quote. At least that's what they said. Then I asked them to put that in, and they gave it back to us. Nothing had changed. The parking for the parade group of volunteers and the VIPs are in the yellow highlighted areas there, except Boise Plaza is there to catch your attention. We're grateful to Idaho Power for the use of their parking spaces, and we hope to be able to use the state's parking lot there by the Capitol for people that are going to be taking part in the opening ceremony. As I said, traffic control plan by AWP will go out be enforced at 7 o'clock. There'll be the materials will arrive Friday night. We'll inspect to make sure that they have what they need at each intersection, and then they'll go up at 7 and be manned by the Civil Air Patrol cadets. The exit plan, well, there's more detail of this, is specific to each type of unit that's exiting the parade route at 12th and Bannock. Some turn right on 12th, some turn left on 12th, some go straight on Bannock, depending on what it is they have to do. Some pull over and stop and offload passengers, and some just leave. So this is those in detail, so you can see the military will be on 12th and 12th between State and Jefferson for their trip. Well, that's not applicable because there are not going to be any vehicles on trailers this year. VIPs will be pulling over at Boise Plaza to offload their passengers or surrender their signage, and their VIPs are parking in the 2 parking lots for Boise Plaza. Youth groups will go straight into Cherie Buckman Park. The buses are going to be parked in the Idaho parking lot across the street from the old bus station. So bands and things will go right to those. The floats will be pulling off left on 11th and 12th off of Bannock. To offload on either side of the street, with passengers offloading only on the curbside. And anybody who doesn't have anything to offload, they'll just drive straight off Bannock to 13th. The medical plan, we'll have 911 is going to be our principal access to medical support. There will be Ada County paramedics at 11th and Jefferson. And we will have first aid kit there available at the operations tent. we're going to leave dispatch of medicals. We're not going to go tell the Ada County where to go. And if there is an emergency situation that requires them to take action, the 911 dispatcher will call them into action. The communication plan between the event staff, we have our cell phones, and we also have 6 portable radios. Those will be distributed amongst the parade staff. Between the events and the attendees, we have cell phones and the PA system at the Capitol steps. All the block marshals have radios, and I'm sorry, all the Civil Air Patrol cadets have radios, and there's a radio at the base station at the Civil Air Patrol's headquarters at Boise Plaza. Security plan is mainly by City of Boise Police. There'll be quite a few other Ada County Sheriff's people there and police from other cities. 911 is our primary emergency, and anything else that comes up with that, we'll have the Civil Air Patrol emergency radio system in place. There'll be police at the security tent near the operations tent. And we've also moved the Civil Air Patrol's truck with their radio and their headquarters over by the security tent as well. KTVB, as I said, goes in about 7 o'clock. This is their layout. Where it's the same as it always is, year after year. Capitol steps, well, there's a detailed drawing of this, but it's the same as it always has been for the last few years, with the color guard coming out, opening ceremony, the pipers, the rifle salute, and then the flyover to begin the benediction and speech by our Grand Marshal. I'm sorry,
Keynote speaker.
Keynote speaker. Thank you. Let's see.
Let me jump in here a minute.
Sure, please.
I failed to mention that this year's parade theme is the 50th anniversary of the ending of the Vietnam War. Our Grand Marshal is going to be Major General Jim Cozine, he National Guard. Jim was in Vietnam, flew helicopters during that time, and had quite a storied career. Interesting if you want to Google his background. Our keynote speaker is Christina Oles. Christina is the daughter of Brigadier General Robin Oles. Robin Oles was a World War II Air Force ace as well as a Vietnam ace. Interesting guy also. So that's the game plan for this year. Next year, just to give you a heads up, is the 250th anniversary of the country. And so that's more than likely going to be the theme. So thank you.
Certainly. So with that, we have detailed blow-ups of all those things if we need to cover any of that. So if you have any questions, please.
Great. Thank you. Thank you all. And thank you for your service on behalf of the country and of all of us. Ed.
Well, yeah, thank you very much for the very detailed presentation. I don't have much, as far as waste or waste reduction. I know you're probably going to get your trash boxes and recycling containers from Conrad here, and he'll go over that. Hopefully you guys can get some A10s before they're out of here to do a flyover. That would be pretty cool.
I'm sorry, I missed
Oh,
that.
hopefully you can get some A10s to do the flyover before they leave Gowan forever.
Hopefully next year.
Yeah,
I hope so.
wait, not this year. We wanted to get some Huey helicopters, but they are few and far between. We were able to get a more modern variant of the Huey from a private company that does firefighting. One helicopter for sure, possibly two, depending on what the fire situation is at the time. So no A10s this year. They're retiring them pretty quick. By the way, I don't know if you know this, but the Warhawk Museum was able to secure an A10 that they now have out there on display.
Oh, good,
Yeah.
good. Well, that'll be, you can write my note, Ed requests an A10 presents next year, please, before they're gone. Yeah, thank you
Well,
guys.
the other thing that's happening this year everywhere is because of the federal government's shutdown, if you will. A lot of federal agencies are pulling out of parades. Blue Angels, for example, have notified San Francisco that they're not going to do the Fleet Week next weekend. So that's problematic. So.
Good morning. So after the event, you guys have a place you're gonna take your trash and recycling to.
Yes, we'll take it to.
Yeah, it goes to my company's Dipsy dumpster.
Yeah, that's what I remember. So just wanted to confirm that. So Ed mentioned you'll have to come see me to get those boxes on Friday. I'm over there in West Boise on Executive and 5 Mile. So just give me a heads up when you're on the way and I'll have everything ready for you.
Yeah, I think one of our folks has emailed that they would be picking those up.
Okay.
Misty?
Misty?
Yeah.
Yeah, Misty with us.
No.
You have a Misty too? Okay. Well, yeah, Misty, she just gives me a heads up when she's on her way. We'll make sure everything's ready for her.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the presentation, and we have everything worked out in parking. We know you guys are going to come pick up some signs from us, and so we're set to go. I appreciate everything. Thank you.
Thank you for your service. As far as the map goes, I think we have a bus in the parade. We are setting that up, and the closure, we'll just reroute our buses down to Second. We will be fine. Again, thank you for your service.
It's never been an issue before.
No,
It's usually turn on 6. It's usually turn on 6. I turn. Anyway, no, I apologize. But since it is closed, it's not Second. Okay, I want to jump into the future about 3-4 years when they finish the new VA building, the home. We'd like to reroute the parade to go that way. You guys are working on that. And one of the big things is how do we handle you and how do we handle the hospital? Yeah. We want to. The microphone. No, it isn't.
it is not, and I apologize for that.
No,
No, you give me a route and I can put a bus anywhere.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. For the risk and safety, it looks like your COI is expired, but we did receive an email from you stating that we should have an updated one by the end of October. Is that still the plan?
The insurance certificate.
We already have the insurance certificate.
No, that was expired.
Yeah.
What? I just paid $1,400 for it. It
Did
better
you-
not have expired.
Yeah, I think we just need to get sent it then.
Okay,
Yeah,
make note. I'll get that over to you.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning, gentlemen. Thanks for your presentation today. For neighborhood notifications, I think we'll just do the exact same process as last year. So I'll be in touch over email, send you guys a list of neighbors downtown who I'd love you to ping about the event.
Yeah, we're scheduled to do that on the 18th.
Perfect.
Okay.
Love it. Okay, I'll follow up after that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Morning, gentlemen. Thanks for the presentation. We have nothing to add for Parks and Rec at this time. Thank
I
you.
can't hear you. I'm sorry.
You're all good for Parks and Rec.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for the presentation. I am all good up with the accessibility. You guys received my documentation and we're good.
Cameo.
We are good to go for medical. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. We already had the safety and security meeting, so we're good to go. And Bob, we had a discussion about the open flame requirements, so everything's looking good. Thanks.
Thank you.
Boise Fire Operations is good. Tell Colonel Cozine that Bob Deathman says hello. We've known his family for years, and he was pretty excited to hear that Jim was going to be the Grand Marshal. So if you can convey that for my family, I would appreciate it. Good luck to you, and thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you for the presentation. We're all set to go, so nothing further needed from us or you. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thanks for your presentation. You guys put a bunch of vets together and you can figure anything out, I feel like. So great presentation and I have no questions.
Good morning. Always wonderful to see you. Great job. You guys have done tremendous amount of work. So safety and security elements, we have all the details we need, just waiting on that traffic control plan. And then outside of that, we'll continue to work with you guys and communicate on the security details for the day of. So we will be running a full EOC in support of this event that day. So we'll continue on the coordination, but yeah, everything looks great from our end. Thank you.
Yep. Ditto what everyone else said. Great to see you guys again. Thank you for being so prepared. I know you had to bounce the date. Let's see, I guess you got an extra week of planning out of it. So, but thank you all. If you have any questions or need anything, let me know. Otherwise, we'll just watch for the finalized documents to come in and the sign offs, and you know where to find me.
Great. And on behalf of the parade committee and veterans, thank you for your support every year. We really appreciate it. And we hope we can keep doing this. And if you have any loose change, we can use it. These things are getting expensive. We're up to $50,000 to put this parade on. And I spend most of my time fundraising than I do anything else. And thankfully I've got people like Jay and Kurt to do all the backbreaking stuff. So again, thank you so much.
Thank you. And we will miss you next year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, and thanks for your tax dollars. It helps my retirement pay.
I think that's the first time we've ever had anybody thanks tax dollars in special events committee. It's great. Abby, you ready for us? I mean, I think we should mix it up and like change the questions that each person asks. Ed can ask about like alcohol permits. Vince can talk about parks.
To get to here, it was tough. Good morning, everybody. Can you believe it's time to talk about the holidays already? Feels a little bit wild. But we are back with the holiday tree lighting once again, as is tradition, the day after Thanksgiving, this year, Friday, November 28th, 5 p.m. in the Grove Plaza. Oh, and I can control this, can I? A couple points of interest that are new this year compared to last year. We don't have a skate rink in the plaza, so expecting our footprint to open up quite a bit. You'll see that on the map. We are reverting to the old setup of this event that we saw pre-2022 before the Glide on Grove skate rink began. So the map looks the same for As My Alive After 5 map, with the same stage in the same space. Basically everything's the same except there's a big Christmas tree in the middle of the plaza. Another point of interest that's on our sort of radar, we will potentially be sharing the plaza not only with our friends at Light the World Giving Machines and with the Festival of Trees shed, but potentially with another new city project. So you may see that reflected lightly in my map. The event schedule is the same as in years past, but without skating at 6 p.m. We're going to keep it short and sweet from 5 to 6 this year. We'll start with a 10 a.m. load-in of our stage and porta-johns. Band and audio team follows up at 1 to prepare for a 2:30 p.m. sound check. That's our first instance of amplified sound on the plaza. The volunteer team and staff will arrive at 2 just before sound check to set up everything for the event, hoping to have everything set up and ready to go by 4, which is when I've requested my fire inspection. And then I have a special team of volunteers this year that we're calling the fire safety team. They're just dedicated to that one thing versus being pulled away to set up or to handing out candles. Those folks will join us at 4:30 p.m., get a special orientation from me before the event begins proper at 5. Same event schedule in terms of the actual programming as we have had in years past. We'll have some speakers from leaders in our city. We might see Santa if we're lucky. And then we will do our candle lighting ceremony, followed by the big countdown to lighting the tree for the first time this year. We'll also be accompanied by live music throughout that schedule. Our goal for every single candle extinguished on the plaza is 6:10 this year. We're going to give people a couple extra minutes if they're really having fun holding a candle outside. And then we should have all of our event equipment torn down and put away by 7, with the stage fully clear and sound equipment fully clear by 9 p.m.
Taking a look at the map, it should look familiar if you remember the Live After 5 setup at all. Again, tree in the middle, stage on the south side of the plaza. And then we plan to just have our booths sort of surrounding in a circle the same way we do for that other event. Our candle booths where folks will pick up their candles will be on the west and east side of the plaza. That's those teal booths there, with our information, first aid, lost person station up on the north spoke there. We'll be joined by our friends at Women and Children's Alliance on the north end of the plaza. The red exclamation points on the map are our main points for fire extinguishers. That is where I will train my fire safety team to look first in the instance that they need an extinguisher nearby. We do have many more than that, so if you have advice on where else to place them, I'm happy to scatter them about the plaza. And then we, similarly to Live After 5 again, will be using those same restrooms on the west spoke of the plaza. We'll have 4 standard portalets and then be using the 2 permanent restrooms as our ADA compliant accessible restrooms. We're planning on using the same painted barricades that we also use for our summer events to narrow the ingress and egress points. There's no alcohol at this event, but just narrowing those points helps our volunteer safety team keep an eye out to make sure no lit candles leave the plaza at any point. Last thing I'd like to mention, you'll see the star on the west spoke of the plaza. We plan on leaving that open as our emergency vehicle access point. There will be bollards in place during the event to discourage citizens from driving onto the plaza, thinking that it's the Wells Fargo parking garage. But I will have keys to those bollards, as does all of my staff, and the Boise Center operations team also will have keys. Quick overview for safety. Again, emergency vehicle access, we're planning on that west spoke. As per usual, my team will communicate via walkie-talkies using our cell phones and Slack as necessary if walkie-talkies aren't working. For crowd communication, we'll plan on using the big God mic at the sound booth if we need to communicate with everybody in the audience, with bullhorns at the info booth and by the stage as backups. Our staff and volunteers always have a What 3 Words and Pulse Point handy if we need to use those to communicate during an emergency. And of course, during a true emergency, we're calling 911. For medical and security, our information booth on the north end of the plaza is going to also serve as our first aid and lost person reunification station. We have our full first aid regalia that we had for the skate rink last year, including fluid cleanup kits, the Stop the Bleed kits, and our AED, as well as all the other normal accoutrement. If we need to get anybody out of the cold for any reason, we'll plan on using what we call our launch pad, formerly the skate shop, right off of the Grove Plaza, which is heated. Also, myself and my event staff are all trained in Red Cross certified in infant, child, and adult first aid, CPR, and AED usage. For fire safety, the big one, since we have that candlelight ceremony for this event, again, I have that special volunteer team joining me. There will be 8 of those folks, and they will be placed 1 each around the ingress egress points of the plaza, and then 1 on either side of that big tree, just since that's a visual blocker. Those folks during the event will be trained on extinguisher placement and usage. They will be asked to keep an eye out for fire safety. Those are the folks who actually have the lighters and will begin the candle lighting process. We're trying to make sure nobody brings their Zippo on site and starts that early. And then we're adding this year just 5-gallon water buckets at all the exit points because we're going to collect all the candles after the event to try to reuse them next year. So we'll just quickly dunk those candles to make sure they're fully extinguished as we collect them. Our big rule is no lit candles leaving the plaza absolutely ever. And again, we're aiming to have everything extinguished by 6:10 p.m. Accessibility, I know we saw those 2 ADA compliant restrooms on the west side of the plaza. All of our booths and activities are surface level on the plaza and should be easily accessible to all guests. Our staff at the info booth is always prepared to attend to any on-site accessibility requests that may come up during the event. And then I know we've been chatting about this, Heather. We're working to get an ASL interpreter scheduled for this event. I started the process a little bit late, and it being the day after Thanksgiving, I'm not finding the right person yet. So if anybody has a family member, knows anybody who is going to be in town for Thanksgiving weekend and you want to throw me a name, feel free to, but I'll keep trying to get that interpreter added for this year. For insurance, I know this presentation says COIs are all sent in. I also emailed with Connie yesterday. I think she had the wrong copy, so I think I've sent over the right one, but I'm happy to follow up with you, Alex, and Tanya as needed to make sure you guys have what you need.
And you guys know I have neighborhood notifications locked down. We have that set to go out 2 weeks before the event. Finally, for public health and waste management, we aren't serving any on-site food, drinks. We don't plan on doing any handouts at this event, so we aren't planning on gathering a lot of waste. We will, of course, share our low waste vendor guide with all of our sponsors who will be popping up. The big thing is that we are returning to plastic candle cups after testing out the paper wax protectors last year. Just way too easy for those little hands to tip and get hot wax on them and all over the Grove Plaza. And then Abby is out there the next day scraping wax off the bricks. So we are returning to those plastic cups. They're type 7 plastic, so not very easily recyclable. For that, or because of that, we are planning on collecting every single plastic cup that we can after the event, washing them and reusing them in perpetuity for many years to come. I think I got, oh, and then for trash, another update since I made these slides. We got permission from our friends at the Idaho Central Arena to use their dumpster for event trash. I think I uploaded that permission to Acela, but I'll send it to you directly if that didn't work out. So we have a plan there. Again, last year we rented a 3-yard dumpster and I think I threw 2 light bags of trash in it. So I'm happy that they are letting us borrow their dumpster for this event. Don't plan on gathering a ton of recycling, but whatever recycling we do gather will be going into my truck and coming home and being recycled at my house. And that is it. Ready for questions?
Thank you, Abby.
Thank you, Abby. Wow, number 7 plastic, huh?
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. So you're not borrowing any trash or recycling containers, right?
Nope, we just
Okay.
use our actual containers that we have for Live After
Okay,
Five.
and you're gonna self-haul? Is
Yep.
that what it sounds like? At least the recycling or and the trash?
We'll self-haul the recycling. The trash will just go down the east spoke to the Idaho Central Arena dumpsters.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't have much. I do appreciate you trying to reuse those plastic holders from year to year. So yeah, thank you. And hopefully it works out okay.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
No, thanks.
Hi, Abby. Thank you. You do such a great job. It's true. It's true. I just need to see that permission from Idaho Central Arena and we're good.
Sure thing.
Thank you.
So parking is ready to go. We're set.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bet.
We're good over here.
Okay, so from what I know, on the certificate of insurance, it shows Glide on the Grove.
Yes.
So we're going to need an updated one that has the correct name of the event.
Okay, wonderful.
And that's it.
Thanks, Alex.
Great presentation, Abby. You're a seasoned veteran now, so thank you. Nothing to add for Parks and Rec. Looking forward to it.
Thank you.
I can help you offline to get an ASL interpreter.
Thank you.
Cameo.
Abby, can you just remind me what your attendance is expected to be?
Yes, of course. We are planning on maxing out at around 2,000 people on the plaza during the peak of the event, which is that candle lighting ceremony. Similarly to last year, throughout the full event, we'll probably see 4,000 people.
Okay. The medical looks good. I don't have any other questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Abby, you had me at fire safety team orientation.
Yes.
That was above and beyond. That's awesome. I see you got your permit in, so we're good to go.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with Cameo. Let's monitor the numbers this year. And if we start to see larger crowds, we may have to upgrade the medical plan.
Thank you. We're all set. We won't staff it as usual, but we will have officers down there in the area. Thanks.
Thank you.
So I really don't have any involvement in this, but I have a question, and then the Council for Deaf and Hard of Hearing will also help if yours falls through. You're actually using candles with an open flame?
Yeah.
Is that correct? Just our Capitol Steps, we had a vigil there in the last month or so. Thousands of dollars in damage because of the wax. There was an event the next day, extremely slippery. So I'd just be really cautious about that and encourage people to use the flashlight style that you can reuse over and over.
Good to know. Thank you, Steve.
As always, great job, Abby. I have everything we need. If something changes or you guys add something, crazy, when we say crazy, it could be anything. Just let us know and we'll happily get that through. So from our end, we have everything we need. So best of luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Everything looks good. Obviously just waiting for the kind of final map with the city market, the capital city public market, holiday market, and then this event. So we can just make sure that those are all overlapping okay and everybody has the accurate information and the full
Absolutely.
detail.
It's a small one for us, only 8, 10 by 10 sections. So we are
Perfect.
happy and expecting to wiggle around as much as we need to.
Okay, excellent. Thanks, Abby.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank you, Abby. All right, I think we are good to go for the day. Kelly, unless you have anything pressing. Cool. All right, see you guys on the flip side.